knowledge, right? And I'm a fan of sharing knowledge, and I like ensuring that I like ensuring that what I do is um something that will benefit other people. I share about my product successes. I share about my um industry stuff. I share about AI, the benefits of AI for product managers, um just general topics just to build my thought leadership, right? With that, I've been invited to come and speak on various panels. I've been invited because I share all these stories. I also write articles on LinkedIn. I have this series that I do every Wednesday. I invite various product managers from all over the world. I've been privileged to um, speak to um, Akesh. Akesh was used to be a VP of Apollo.ai .io. Um, I've had the privilege of speaking to people in Amazon, product managers in Amazon. I've had the privilege of speaking to product managers in Google, Rent Money, and the likes, right? So it's been an honor to actually share those experiences, right? To on LinkedIn. So it's not just posting and liking picture and liking posts, right? It's also engaging these people in their comments. I've been privileged to also invite, speak on various panels because of what I do or because of how I engage with them. So so aside that, engaging with others and commenting on relevant discussion and networking with industry professionals. So there's this thing that LinkedIn did, I think early last year, where you can contribute on various articles as regards um, product management. I contributed so much that I got a what's it called? I got recognized by LinkedIn because of my contribution, right? So um don't just be an island. Okay, people are doing this. What can I contribute that nobody else knows? And this one, no. Say what you feel like. Say what you think you know that you know. Right? No knowledge is wasted. No knowledge is stupid. You probably might not know something today, but if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to know, ask questions, if you are willing to contribute, you know. I said something a few minutes ago that um I just got to know some few fun facts about product management. I learned it on LinkedIn, right? Um, and one of them is product management term. The word product management was not coined by a tech firm. It was coined by an FMCG, P&G, right? In the 1930s. Who would have known? And I googled it and I found out, and it was true. I didn't know that. So now I know. So it's because I'm engaging and because I'm not just bypassing. I'm actually reading those posts and I'm engaging in them. So that actually sort of helps you to stand out as well. The thing about recommendation and endorsement is it helps you boost your credibility, right? Um, there is no crime in asking for recommendation from people that you have worked with in the past, in the present, and all that. Ask for recommendation. If you check my profile, you will see various recommendations from my past experiences, from my current experiences, right? I'm not shy to ask. I've even asked for recommendations from my bosses, right? And they are willing to give me because they trust that I know what I'm doing. So don't be shy to ask for recommendations from people that you have worked with, from people that you know. Ask for endorsement as well, so that this sort of boosts your visibility, it boosts your morale, and it gives you some sort of leverage and credibility on that part. Now, this is another thing people shy away from. Okay, you post today, tomorrow you don't post. You post on say from Monday to Friday, you post Monday to Friday, and you post on Monday, you don't post on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday you don't post. Then on Thursday you don't post. Then the following week on Monday you now post again. No, that's very inconsistent. And the thing about that is um you don't get the result that you need from not staying active and posting regularly. Yes, I'm pretty much sure the posting regularly is sort of like is a lot, especially for us product managers, right? It's almost close to impossible. But if you plan it right, it becomes effortless. For someone like me, I schedule most of my posts, right? I don't just I sit down, I list out all what I need to post. You can post on excuse me. You can post on several things. Excuse me. You can post on several things. Um, ChatGPT and GBT is there, right? Um, there are several AI tools that you can use. Just ask ChatGPT to give you ideas on what kind of post you need to share, right? And you'll be amazed the type of post that you can share. You can share life experiences, you can relate it to product, you can share work experiences, you can relate it to product, you can share any experience and still relate it to product. So it makes a lot of sense if you do that. And posting regularly and ensuring that you are active in the sense that you are commenting, you are posting, you are resharing, you are doing everything to ensure that your post is not just when you post today, you not post it next 1 month. So I was speaking to someone um some days back, and he said she has been applying for roles as a fintech product manager. And I just did one or two things, right? I checked her what's it called? Her profile, and I noticed one or two things, right? One of the things I noticed is she doesn't really engage so much. In fact, she didn't like on her page, she has not engaged anybody. Her profile is optimized, right? But it's not optimized to the point of um where people will actually go to our page and slide to our DM and ask some questions about okay, we like what we are saying on your profile. Was not she didn't post as regular as it needs to be. They engage with other people that she looked up to. So the advice I gave her was um obviously application alone will not make you get the role you are seeking, right? I'll give you a story. When I was doing my what's it called um my own training at Enova Lab, right? In the process, there was one particular um project session that Bandy took everybody on. I don't know if people can share that right later on. He said something that still struck with me till today, right? He said you are learning, right? So that knowledge that you are gaining, what are you using it for? Um, so he gave an advice. You are going through trainings, you are doing all that stuff. Why don't you turn those learning that you are getting from this training, turn it into content? So what I started with was product checkdowns, right? I started with product checkdowns. Every Tuesday, I release product checkdowns on products that I have used, right? All the products. I've done product checkdown on GTB, I've done on Access Bank, I've done for PiggyVest, I've done for MiniPay, I've done for Opera News, I've done for various brands. I've even done for the popular brands, right? So I did product teardowns, listed their faults based on the fact that I used them. I did all that just to um what's it called? Just to ensure that my learnings were not actually wasted. And after it was after my open source internship. I actually got a DM. I will show you the message from that CEO and some other messages that I have gotten because my profile was active. I posted my knowledge, I posted my learnings, I posted my trainings, um, and I just did what I was told, and I was consistent, right? I did that, um, and to be honest, I didn't expect the feedback that I got based on the posting I did all the time. So that's how to stay active. Post your trainings, post your knowledge, post everything that you know that you have gained. Don't just learn it and then keep it and say, okay, when I get the job, I'll be practicing with what I've learned. No. The more you share that knowledge, the more you remember, the more it sticks with you. That learning actually still sticks with you. Um, so on staying active, going back to staying active and updating your profile regularly, ensure that you keep your profile up to date. If you change role, you update that you change role and just show that you are in a new place now, right? Your certification, your achievement, share that all the time. Follow relevant companies, industry leaders, and recruiters, right? Don't just have the LinkedIn page. They are not following, okay, you want to work in a fintech company. Which fintech PM do you know that you are following on LinkedIn? You are not doing that and you want to enter a fintech company. No, that's not how it works. Follow hiring managers in that fintech. If it's Flutterwave, look for their hiring manager, follow her, follow him, follow the hiring manager in pay as Paystack and the rest, our money point. Follow them. Don't just follow them and all of a sudden send them a DM. No. Follow them, shadow their content. If they post regularly, comment, share, with that you get recognized once in a while. Then you can set your profile to open for work. This is not for everybody. That open for work is not for everybody. Most people say when you put open for work on your profile is a red flag for recruiters. Well, people various opinions varies, right? If you don't want to put open for work on your profile picture, there is a section on LinkedIn that you can just indicate that you're open for work, and you can make it visible for only recruiters. So only recruiters will see that they are open for work in various what's it called? Various roles. So now why do all these things matter, right? They matter they matter for various reasons. One, for professional visibility and personal branding. Now, what your LinkedIn profile does for you is it makes you become an authority, right? An authority in what you're talking about. So your LinkedIn profile is optimized. You say you're a product manager, you share product management things, you share knowledge, you share value about product management. When recruiters come to your page, they get stuck at your page, they get fascinated about how this person will like he actually knows what he's saying, or she actually knows what she's doing. So they know their onion. If you put your results, you put the metric, you put everything that is necessary, sort of gives you leverage, right? And it helps you build your personal brand. Um, it gives you an edge over someone that does not have anything on his profile. Even if you are just an alumni, you are undergoing product management training at Enova Lab or whatever training you are undergoing at the moment, put it there. Highlight what you are learning. Share what you are learning from your training, right? And just share. And with time, you get to um, build a personal brand of it. Another thing is networking and opportunity. It connects you to industry leaders. It also connects you to high managers and like-minded professionals. It opens doors to job offers, partnership, and mentorship. I'm a typical example of this number two. right? I get countless DMs as regards mentorship, as regards partnership, as regards job offers. In fact, this year alone, I've gotten um, two offers, two job offers, right? Um, for this. So I've also um, I've also been invited to become product advisors for startup brands and stuff like that. So it's it's because I built my personal brand. It's because I was visible. Because I was consistent on LinkedIn. So it might not come. They say Rome was not built in a day. It might not come all of a sudden, but if you are consistent in 6 months, in 1 year, you become an authority and people recognize your value, right? And it helps you, it makes people actually want to believe in what you have to offer. So I'm a typical example. I share that story all the time. And because of what I post, what I share, I've gotten job offers, lots of them. And I will share one or two after this conversation. Also, number three, it builds credibility and thought leadership. um when you share insight, when you engage in discussion, when you do one or two things right on LinkedIn, it gives you that credibility, it gives you that morale, it gives you that confidence that yes, this guy knows what he's saying or this lady knows what he's saying. That yeah, once people comment on your content, right, it gives you um it gives you the assurance that yes, okay, some people are actually resonating with what I'm talking about. Some people actually see value in what I'm talking about. So always ensure that you share insight, engage in discussion, meaningful discussion, not discussion that are not related to what you are gunning for, what you are looking for, right? Engage in conversations around products, around AI, around how product managers can use AI, around how product managers can leverage AI. AI has done a lot of things for me, right? And for me, I write PRDs a lot for the startups that I work for. And AI has made my work very easy, right? There is chat PRD. I use chat PRD like no man's business. So it helps me a lot to um, create stuff like that. So create content around that, create content about AI, create content about product that you use, create content about product that you feel can be better, but they are mid, so to speak, right? You feel they can be better, but they are mid. They are not um they are not achieving their market fit as fast as you want them to achieve their market fit. Now this establishes you. When you do that, it establishes you as a thought leader, right? I have a few people that have done that, right? And the CEO of one of the companies actually reached out to the president and said, thank you for pointing out um this um this thing on our product. We really appreciate the effort and stuff like that. So it gives you confidence that yes, I know what I'm talking about. And if someone can reach out to you and thank you for sharing a default in their product, it makes a lot of sense for you and it builds you as a thought leader. Because if that person is talking in their boardroom, they will mention your name. And with time, a lot of people will come and look at your profile. And just imagine if your profile is not now properly organized. You just say, this one doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just doing it for the sake of it. So that's what the your LinkedIn profile does for you, what LinkedIn does for you. Also, number four, you are a recruiter magnet. Now, if you use the right keywords, you share insight. All the keywords are in your profile, in your header, in your professional summary, in your experiences. You share your results, you share your achievements. My God, recruiters will be coming to your DM like no man's business. You share value all the time. You know what you are talking about. You partake in discussions that have to do with product related things. Um, you build in public, right? It sort of helps. It brings recruiters closer to you, and once they do that, they see that you are a person of value, and they will actually want to work with you. So ensuring that you have a well optimized page just sort of just skyrockets you, increases your chances of getting hired and headhunted. Don't just apply alone. Application most times, um, yes, application is good, but application most times um, sort of what's it called? Sort of doesn't showcase you as more as you want, right? So sharing more content on social media and also adding application to it on LinkedIn, right, gives you the leverage that you want, most especially if your LinkedIn profile is properly optimized. Now, another one is learning and career growth. Now, LinkedIn has this section where this part where you can have access to courses, webinars, and then expert content to stay with industry trends and then enhance your skill set. They have that. You can also be part of webinars that are being shared on a daily basis on LinkedIn. Product related webinars. If you are following product leaders, product companies, um, recruiters and stuff like that, you will see all these webinars that you can be part of, and you can just um, drop 1 or 2 points of your ideas and what have you. So yes, that also actually helps, and that is why having a LinkedIn profile matters. Now I mentioned that I got what's it called? I got messages from um two various recruiters, right? The first one on the left is from the CEO of the company, a co-founder of the company. This was far back as 2023, right? Um, I don't work with Richard anymore, but when I did work with them, um, one of the conversations we had during the interview, right, was um one thing he said was I liked what you do on your profile. Like your LinkedIn profile is so optimized, and when I searched, um, your name just popped up, and you had all the experiences that I actually needed, and most especially the product tear down that you did. That conversation struck with me till now. Till now, I don't forget that conversation that we had. Right. One of the ideas that skyrocketed um, the brand, the product from 15,000 downloads. As at the time I joined, 430,000 downloads was an idea. It was just a simple idea that I gave. Right? The um, the product was growing, but it needed exponential growth. So I said, why not use refer and earn? Refer and earn actually works. If you refer, you get HYB this thing, and they used it. Our first conversation was share, okay, do you know what we are? Do you have any ideas or any pointers for us and stuff like that? And I share and I just dropped one pointer for them, right? And they went to use it. In my head, I was like, hey, Jesus, these people are going to use my idea. Jesus Christ. These people are going to use my idea. And I didn't hear from them for like a month. And when they came back, the first thing the CEO said was, we are very sorry for not reaching out to you. It's not that we did not want to speak to you or something. We went to test out the idea that you gave us, and the idea you gave us actually helped us a lot. And the next conversation was, when can you start and how much do you want? You get that was the conversation that we had. So uh that's just one. Now the second one is from a recruiter from TikTok, right? Um, this happened a long time ago. Now, the first conversation was, uh, you can see that the message she sent was, I hope you are having a great week. I'm reaching out on blah, 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 blah. See that she did like a narrow search on LinkedIn to present you with a unique and exciting opportunity at TikTok, where you will be growing rapidly African operation with our user um, operation team at TikTok. I noticed that you have a solid track record in your previous roles and current role. And I thought that this opportunity could be a great next step for your career. So see, if imagine if my profile was not optimized, or if I did not add results to my profile, or I did not, although I didn't get the job, but the one on the left hand side, I actually did get the job, and I did that for like 10 months on a consulting basis, right? That's a story for. I'll give feedback as regards consulting later. So now imagine if I did not have my profile properly optimized and all that. It will not um I will not have been discovered by this recruiter, right? She's a top recruiter for um EME, emerging markets in Africa, right? So just imagine I did not have that, and then she searched for the keyword that she was looking for, and she found my profile. So it pays a lot to ensure that you have the necessary keywords, you have the necessary buzzwords on your profile, in your profile in general, from your headlines, your summary, your experience, everything. Just ensure that you naturally place everything there, right? So these are just the two of the many DM that I get on, not on a daily basis but occasionally. Um so um I want to, this is not part of the presentation. I just want to sort of like admonish one or two persons here. Um the road to tech is very narrow, and not everybody might land their dream job immediately. Um myself inclusive, when I finished my training at Enova Lab, I I applied, and I got a lot of rejection, right? But I changed that mindset after the conversation Banji had with us on, like a few months after I was done with the training. That don't just because you finish your training, you just jump into application. Yeah, let me apply. Okay, let me, you now start applying. You change your CV 1 billion times. Okay, yes, that is good in itself, right? But another good thing is sharing your knowledge online. Um, if you are applying and you are waiting, okay, yes, I'm applying. Why are people not calling me back? I just applied to 5 places. Nobody has called me back. If you apply to only 5 places in a month, you will not get called back now, because obviously you are not putting in the work. So once you apply, you share valuable things on your profile. Once you apply, and you don't just apply five times in a month. I, for one, last year I applied to over 300 places. I did not get any, but um I what I did that got me the role that I wanted, or the role that came to me. In fact, most of the roles actually came to me. Most of the roles that you see on my, what's it called, on my profile, aside my opera role, they actually came to my DM. I didn't really go and meet them too much. Right. So and then some I picked myself to them. Um I did that. I got them because I shared value. I shared my knowledge. I shared, they saw something in me. That's why they actually came to me. So it's more of me sharing insight, being part of discussion, building in public, doing a lot of things, right? That actually brought these people to me. Don't just apply alone. Don't just say, okay, when I apply, someone will call me. You apply as much as you can. If you have, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm not saying anybody is mad, but if you keep doing the same thing, you just keep applying, you get rejected. It's only few people that when they apply once or twice, you get accepted, right? It might not be your luck, it might be just grace, it might be God speaking, it might be God just helping you out, right? So, and that was my case. After I didn't spend up to 6 months before I got this role from the left hand side, from this organization. And And they say what? The rest is history. So please, as much as you can, don't just leave your destiny to just applying to roles alone. Share valuable knowledge on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very vast place. Your post from 10 months ago can get you a job. That's how LinkedIn is. And I typically am an example of that. I got an offer from a post that I did 10 months ago, a DM, right? So it's if you consistently show up on LinkedIn and you apply, you add two of them together and you do other things, you don't know how you don't know where it will come from, but it will definitely come if you are consistent. And the God factor, right? When you are doing all these things, always put God in between. Um, God is a very God is a very interesting. He has a good sense of humor, right? Um, Once you are doing applying all these things, leave everything to God. You can pray, pray. You can fast, fast, right? And I don't want to sound religious, but walk. Um, they say prayer without work is dead, right? Walk and then pray, and you see that there are a lot of things that can happen if you walk and then you add the God factor into it. Um, I hope with this viewpoint of mine, uh, I've been able to share a little bit of knowledge with you guys. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. If you have questions, um, here to answer them.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Shegun, for such an educating session. Because I myself have been able to gain a lot. Because for months now, I've been trying to increase my engagement on LinkedIn, but most times I end up giving up. Just scroll, 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 scroll. All right, so okay, I can see people raising up their hands. All right, Joy, you go first.
Um, Good evening, Mr. Shegun. Thank you very much for this. I just want to ask one question. I've been finding it difficult to verify my LinkedIn. I have used my international passports, I've scanned, and it's still not going through. So I don't know if you can shed more light on how I can go about that.
Okay, interesting question.
Thank you.
You have a work email?
A work email?
Yes, yes. Like say for example, I work at Opera, so I have a Segun Sobodu at opera.com. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so use your work email rather than your passport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, so Une, now please you can go ahead to ask your question. Une, now please, are you there? Okay, probably it was a mistake.
Can you hear
Daniel, please
me?
you can go ahead to ask your question. Okay, yes, we can.
Okay, Mr. Shegun, thank you very much for this wonderful session. So I have two questions. Firstly, my LinkedIn account, I created a LinkedIn account earlier, so I used my Apple ID to create it, and then I realized that I could not edit it, so I had to create another LinkedIn account. But the first LinkedIn account I created, I used my passport, but I deleted that account, my international passport. I deleted that account, and this one I can't verify again. They said it has been used. I don't know if there's a way I can change my mode of verification and use another ID. And also, when you mentioned something about pitching, people. So is it that I'm to write the product here down on my LinkedIn profile, or I should just send them a direct message? Because sending direct messages has never worked for me at all. I've not gotten any response. Said I don't even think they read the message safe. So please, can you throw more light on that one? Thank you.
All right. Okay, interesting question. Thanks for that question. Okay, so the first word, the first, yeah, to answer your first question, right? Um, there are other verification methods for your LinkedIn. I think you can use like I don't know, like Joy asked, you can use your email, your work email address, right? If you have a work email, you can use that to verify your account again. Um, then yeah, I think yeah, you can use that. So for me now, I have a Segun Sobodu at opera.com. So that's what I actually use. I actually did use my passport the first time, but um once I got my um company email, I just changed it to the company verification. So, and that's the answer to the first question. Now to the second question. Um, so the thing about product teardown is um, when you share it, what I did was I put mine in a slide, right? The slide contained a lot of information about the product, the people that it aim to benefit, the people that use the product, and then the difficulties I had with the product. So I put all that in a slide, in a PowerPoint presentation. You can use whatever slide, and you can even use different AI tools um, for for that as well. So put that in a slide, and then you now post it on your LinkedIn profile. Now, if you have um, the CEO or the name of the company that you want to tag, you can also tag the company that you are doing a tear down on, right? And once you do that, you leave it as that. Once you post, a lot of people will engage. Obviously, the company will see it when you tag them. When you tag their company page, they will see it. But the person that is managing their page will obviously see the tag or the mention. Um, Now for reaching out or for pitching yourself, what I do is I don't just go to people's DMs like that, right? Now it's different for me because I built a personal brand on LinkedIn, right? So if I reach out to you, the first thing most of them do is they go and check my LinkedIn profile before they even answer me, and that's what I actually do sometimes. But I answer anybody that comes to my LinkedIn, regardless of who you are, right? I don't because you don't have engaging content on your LinkedIn. I will not reply. You are human after all. You are not an animal. You are not a ghost. So I'll reply your messages, and then I will now go and check your profile after I've replied your message. So now, because I have built a personal brand with that, um, most times they sometimes they reply me, sometimes they don't. I have a lot of people that have picked myself too, and I have seen that they didn't actually respond to me, but they read my message. So it happens like that. So it's not everybody is for you. So if you have a strong feeling to pitch yourself, awesome. If you don't have a strong feeling to pitch yourself to people, leave it at that. Whether they reply or not, that's left to them and God. But you have done your bit. But once they reply, just make sure um you are ready for whatever feedback that they give you. And once you pitch yourself, make it as short as possible. You get don't tell long stories. I just say, dear XYZ, my name is dear XYZ, I'm reaching out because I admire your company and I'm a product manager with XYZ experiences. I have experience in XYZ, in user research, in cross-functional collaboration, um, communication, and blah, 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 blah. I see that I can be of value to your company. Please let me know how I can collaborate with your team and end it regards XYZ. End this thing. Make it very short. You can you can just type a prompt asking all these AI tools, generative AI tools that they should come up with messages that have to do with introducing yourself, right? So it makes a lot of sense um to use those tools like that. So I hope that sort of answers the question about pitching.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Shegun. So, Daniel, please, you can, sir, quiet to ask your question.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pastor Gun. Thank you. That was a powerful session. So I have a couple of questions to ask you. So number one, so you mentioned something about writing a good headline and profile. So, but I mean, I've seen people say that if you want to write a good headline or a good profile, you have to write maybe aspiring product manager or innovative product manager or like all those stuff that you can add to it. And then some people will say that it is not good professionally that you're not supposed to have it. Just put if you're a product manager, just put it there. So I just wanted to ask you like in your own view, in your own, what do you think is the most professional way, or what do you think is the most appropriate way to write it? And also, I wanted to ask you, the second question is, so for someone like me, I mean, I learned product management and then I did internship with a company for like 3 months. And then afterwards, it looks like it was very hard to get a company to work for or like another internship at least like to boost my experience and everything. But so I had to go back to BDM that I was doing before. But when I went to the BDM, I knew that the BDM alone is a career on its own, and then it will not allow me to like to improve on my skills in product management. So I had to leave it to focus on product management again. So I wanted to like shed more light in all these career bits, like does it really affect, or do you think there's something that can be combined, or you need to leave in one and focus on one? Because I was in the BDM before, and then I had to transition into product management, and then I had to go back to BDM because I needed like so I needed to leave. Let me put it that way. I needed to leave. So I needed to take that job to be able to feel, and but along the line I knew that um I uh, I was not like there was not enough time for me to build on whatever I've learned in the internship or in the product management or anything, like more like it's taking away from my knowledge because I need to focus more on getting clients for the company, making money and everything, like so I wouldn't mind if you can like shed more light on that. Thank you very much.
All right, interesting question. And thanks for asking those questions. Okay, so about to answer your first question about adding your job listed in your headlines, right? So everybody says what they like, right? So whatever works for you, that's what people actually say. Um, that's what and that's what excuse me. That's what people what works for them is what they actually share. Um, in my own case, um, I use the role that I currently am. So for me, I put product manager, I put marketing, and then I put QA, right? So those are keywords. Those are also buzzwords. Product manager. If anybody searches for product manager, I stand out. If anybody searches for marketing on LinkedIn, I stand out. If anybody searches for quality assurance or QA, just the alphabet QA on LinkedIn, I also stand out. So um, it I feel that if you add too much stories on your what's it called, because I see a lot of people actually adding a lot of stories on their headers, on their headlines. The headline is just supposed to be brief and pretty much straightforward, nothing too serious. You can tell that's why your professional summary is there. You can talk as much as you want. You can add your skills, you can add what you brought, your results, your achievement. You can add it there. Why are you adding it in your headline? And then I also see a lot of people saying aspiring product. No, You are not more than an aspiring anything. You are aspiring virtual assistant, or no, you are not aspiring if you are already doing it already. So if you went through the training and you did it, you are not you are not aspiring to do anything. You are what you are. So that's the first stage of building your self confidence, right? So um put for me personally, what works for me is I just put the keywords on my headline. If you want to now know more about um what I'm doing, you can see the rest in my professional summary or in my experience. That actually has worked for me, and that's what has brought um the job that I want for me. So that answers the first question. Now to the second question, right? Um Banji used to say something. You can do product things in your current role. So say for example, you are a social media manager. You know, um in a product conscious um in a product conscious organization, right? There are community managers, social media managers, digital marketing, content managers, and all that stuff. Now, for social media managers and community managers, we get to deal with or customer support. We get to deal with customers. We get to get feedback from your customers. Now, there are places where you can log all their complaints as a customer support. Do product things as a business development manager, right? If your company or if the company that they are working in is a product conscious organization, then as the business development manager, you can insert yourself even without them um, giving you that role. Insert yourself into the product um, sense of your organization. So don't just wait for what's it called? Don't just wait for them to say, okay, you have to have the role product manager. No, you can do product things as a product development manager. Because as a product manager, right? As a product manager, I know I'm coming to that. As a product manager, you have to have business sense, you have to have marketing sense, you have to have product sense, you have to have product discovery sense. A lot of things a product manager has to have. Now, for your case, Daniel, you saying that it's a law firm. Obviously, there's a way you can, if if they are a, how will I put it now? If they are a company that doesn't have something like that, you can introduce it. You can be a pioneer. You can pitch it to your bosses, right? You can say, you notice that you notice that the company does not have the necessary visibility on you do not have the necessary digital footprint that you want them to have. That can you build? Is the company willing to use a little bit of their resources to build a platform, a website that is more um, open to ensuring that there is a seamless communication between the business, the law firm, and the client, right? Build a product around that. You can push that idea to the finance team, right? Push the idea to the finance team, build something around that, and you will see that at first it probably might not make sense to them, but once you give them something of value and you showcase that, okay, yeah, we actually need um a functional website where, okay, for example, our client can just easily go there and log their issues, right? They can log their issues. Maybe they are having a property issue. So we have a website or a web page where people can just go there and say, okay, I need the services of XYZ law firm, and this is why I need your services. And then there's the customer support that does that. And then there's the business side that provides the business aspect of the law firm, right? So if you can pioneer that with the law firm, it makes a lot of sense. but you have to let them see value in what you are trying to do, so that it doesn't just look like you are just guessing or it's just an idea. So bring statistics, bring data, prove that okay, I know what I'm doing, and this is why the law firm actually need what they need. I hope that answers your question.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Shegun. Daniel, I hope you are satisfied with his answers. Okay, so Joe, I can see that your hand is still raised. Do you still have something to say?
No, sorry, that was a mistake. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on today's product session. Thank you, Mr. Shegun, for such an insightful session. And I was able to take a lot of things, and I'm sure everyone has been able to take one or two things home. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. This is Zero Quality Wrap. And I'd like to tell everyone to enjoy the rest of the weekend and join us next week for another product session by 7 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day. Nice.
All right, bye everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
You're taking the